Hi everyone, MP Will Greaves here with this week's Weekly Wrap. This week was a reminder of something that I keep coming back to. The work of building a healthy community at every scale, from the halls of Parliament to a recovery house on the edge of our city. Let's get into it. This week, I had the chance to tour the Our Place New Roads Recovery Community located right here in our region. And I'd like to spend a moment on this because it left a real impression on me, and I'm really glad that I made the time this week. What I saw were people doing the hard, courageous work of rebuilding their lives, supported by a team that understands that recovery isn't just about stopping something, it's also about starting something. Community, routine, purpose, dignity, that's what we're investing in when we invest in places like this. And seeing it up close matters to me as an elected official in our community, because everyone who lives here deserves that kind of support. On the economic front, this week, I was glad to share a funding announcement of more than $1 million in federal support for a tech sector business located right here in Victoria. This is money that will help them grow their operations and create good local jobs. And these kinds of federal investments are what we need to strengthen our region from the inside out. In Ottawa, the Transport Committee continued its study of Canada's port system, which includes the ports of Vancouver and Prince Rupert. These are the first and third busiest ports in the entire country. There is enormous potential here to grow and diversify our trading relationships, and BC's ports are central to that work today and in the future. This week, I also had a number of conversations. In fact, it was the kind of week that was full of exactly the connections that really make this job satisfying. I attended an event the other night at the Oak Bay Marina with 3 BC cabinet ministers, all of us focused on the province's environmental challenges. It was an evening of good company and important conversations, and a great reminder that the work of protecting our coast and our climate has allies at every level of government and is strongly supported by people across our community. I also attended an event this week at Goward House with former Prime Minister Joe Clark. It was a genuinely memorable afternoon, and I was struck by how much his experiences as Prime Minister and Foreign Minister were still resonant today. I also sat down this week with constituents on a range of issues. I met with the Victoria Pride Society, with leadership at UVic, with the folks at Orca Books, and with the Starfish Canada, an organization committed to supporting young environmental leaders across the country. I also met with constituents who are focused on enshrining the crime of gender apartheid in international law, which is a timely and important issue that I'm interested in discussing again in the future. I also had phone conversations with constituents to discuss my vote to abstain from Bill C-233 this week, and it was good to make myself accessible to explain to constituents why I made the decision that I did on that issue. Finally, March break is here, and I want to wish families across Greater Victoria a safe and restorative time in the weeks ahead. Get outside, visit a museum, a community center, or your local pool. We have extraordinary resources across our community, which are built and sustained by all of us, and at moments like this, they're exactly what we need. Step away from the news and into the places that remind all of us what we're doing this for. That's the wrap for this week. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for staying engaged. I hope you all have a great March break, and I'll see you for next week's Weekly Wrap.